I'm Professor Radisson. This is Philosophy 150, Introduction to Philosophical Thought. We refuse to waste our limited time together debating the existence of the big man in the sky, the myth of a benevolent, all-powerful, supernatural being, useful fairy tale in ages gone by. Science and reason have supplanted superstition. Fill in the papers I've just given you with three little words. God is dead. Along with your signature. Assuming we reach a unanimous consensus, which I expect we will, I will be spared the tedious duty of slogging through dry and dusty arguments, and you will bypass the section of the course in which students have traditionally received the lowest grade of the semester. And when you finish, please pass your papers to the right. You. You. Oh. A lowercase g. Maybe this one ought to get extra credit. Thank you. Excuse me, Mr.
Wheaton. Josh Wheaton.
Mr. Wheaton, something wrong.
Yeah, I can't do what you want, Chris.
If you cannot bring yourself to admit that God is dead for the purposes of this class, then you will need to defend the antithesis. That God is not dead. You'll need to do it in front of this class from the podium. And if you fail, as you shall, you will fail this section and lose 30% of your final grade right off the bat. Are you ready to accept that?
Well, who would decide whether I won or lost the argument? What about them?
That's interesting, but why would I want to empower them?
Atheists say that no one can prove the existence of God, and they're right. But I say no one can disprove that God exists. But the only way to debate this issue is to look at the available evidence, and that's what we're going to do. We're going to put God on trial, with Professor Radisson as the prosecutor, me as the defense attorney, and you as the jury. Most cosmologists now agree that the universe began some 13.7 billion years ago in an event known as the Big Bang. So let's look at theoretical physicist and Nobel Prize George Lemaitre, a theist, who's actually also...
What's a theist?
A theist is someone who believes in the existence of God. He said that the entire universe
Do you think you're smarter than me? Do you think there's any argument you can make that I won't have an answer for?
I never said I was smarter.
But it's the first intelligent thing you've said. I want to make this clear. In that classroom, there is a God. Yep. I'm him. I'm also a jealous God, so do not try to humiliate me in front of my students. You know, I also checked up on your declared major on pre-law. What exactly is pre-law? We don't award degrees in that. Don't bother answering. But know this. If you truly feel a need to continue with this charade, I will make it my personal mission to destroy any hope of a law degree in your future. Have a nice day.
Take the edge off.
Cheers, everyone. This one is awful.
It's been cooked.
Tastes like it was stunning in a movie.
I can let your grades somewhere.
I bought it before I went shopping the other day. I locked it in the trunk. And when I got home, I forgot about it.
Well, this dinner serves as a valuable lesson. Socrates put it over 2,000 years ago. No tea, say it.
Looks like it's Greek to her.
Oh, it's a know thyself, brother. Know thyself, which I suggest means knowing your own limitations.
You know, if you'll all excuse me, it's time for the help to depart.
Sweetheart. Claims that Dawkins is the one who's in error. I know, as if Dawkins' thought was to make sure that...
Jeffrey, I'm leaving you.
Excuse me. What? What are you saying?
I'm leaving you.
You can't do that. I won't accept it.
I'm sorry.
I said I don't accept that. I won't allow it.
It gets so lonely being
I know. I heard you.
what I do to see a
But it's not your choice.
even for a little while.
Goodbye, Jeffrey.
And no one loves you when you're evil.
Yet, what basis does he have? If my actions are calculated to help me succeed, then why shouldn't I perform them? For Christians, the fixed point of morality, what constitutes right and wrong, is a straight line that leads directly back to God.
Oh, so you're saying that we need a God to be moral, that a moral atheist is an impossibility.
No, but with no God, there's no real reason to be moral. I mean, there's not even a standard of what moral behavior is.
For Christians, lying, cheating, stealing, in my example, stealing a grade I didn't earn are forbidden. It's a form of theft. But if God does not exist, as Dostoevsky famously pointed out, if God does not exist, then everything is permissible. Not only permissible, but pointless. If Professor Radisson is right, then all of this, all of our struggle, our debate, whatever we decide here is meaningless. I mean, our lives and ultimately our deaths are of no more consequence than that of a goldfish.
Well, this is ridiculous. So after all your talk, you're saying that it all comes down to a choice. Believe or don't believe.
That's right. That's all there is. That's all there's ever been. The only difference between your position and my position is that you take away their choice. You demand that they choose the box marked, I don't believe.
Yes, because I want to free them. Because religion is like it's like a mind virus that parents have passed on down to their children. And Christianity is the worst virus of all. It slowly creeps into our lives when we're weak or sick or helpless.
So religion is like a disease.
Yes. Yes, it infects everything. It's the enemy of reason.
Reason. Professor, you left reason a long time ago. What you're teaching here isn't philosophy. It's not even atheism anymore. What you're teaching is anti-theism. It's not enough that you don't believe. You need all of us to not believe with you.
Why don't you admit the truth? You just want to ensnare them in your primitive superstition.
What I want is for them to make their own choice. That's what God wants.
You have no idea how much I'm going to enjoy failing you.
Yeah, but who are you really looking to fail? Professor? Me? Or God? Do you hate God?
It's not even a question.
Okay. Why do you hate God?
This is ridiculous.
Why do you hate God? Answer the question. You've seen the science and the arguments. Science supports his existence. You know the truth. So why do you hate him? Why? It's a very simple question, Professor.
Why do you hate God?
Because he took everything away from me. Yes, I hate God. All I have for him is hate.
How can you hate someone if they don't exist?